Although they were released over a year ago in late 2016, the stock for AirPods have constantly been scarce due to really high demand, and this is all despite the initial skepticism. Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh from 91 Tech, and today we're going to be talking about Apple's AirPods, a truly unique product that have become wildly popular. However, these are already over a year old, and so the question arises, are AirPods still actually worth buying in 2018? So before we can fully answer that question, let's blow through some basic information. AirPods were pretty ill received at the announcement. I think that's pretty fair to say. People thought they looked stupid, that they were overpriced, that they'd never go anywhere, and those people were completely wrong, something even MKBHD admitted to. But I am getting ahead of myself here. What exactly are even AirPods? AirPods are just essentially Apple earbuds with the cords cut off. I'm sure you know what they look like, and they've been made fun of to no end. And yeah, when you wear them, it kind of does look like you forgot to pull the Q-tips out of your ears. But that said, the functionality and convenience AirPods bring definitely more than makes up for it, and it's really hard to describe just how easy these make life. I didn't actually realize how much cords annoyed me until I switched to these. When it comes to truly wireless earbuds, these are probably the most popular right now, and for good reason. They're really good, and yes, many of you will consider me biased considering my overwhelmingly positive Apple content, but I'll have you all know that I am one of those who really wasn't a fan of removing the headphone jack in the first place. I still don't like it, but I've adapted, and I kind of understand why they did it. They really want to push wireless options. When I first saw AirPods, I thought they were silly. I never thought I'd actually get them. I was plenty happy with my iPhone 6s and headphone jack, but once I switched over to the iPhone 10, I realized AirPods aren't a horrible option. And so first let's talk about what iPhones these will work with. While you may not be as interested if you still own an iPhone that has a headphone jack, I would recommend reconsidering your outlook as it's still very worth it. If you have an iPhone 5 or better and are running iOS 10 or higher, then you're golden. Interestingly, AirPods still will work if you are on an older version of iOS or even on Android. They'll just function as normal Bluetooth headphones. You can hold down the pairing button on the case and they'll show up under Bluetooth and settings. But where these really shine is when you pair it with a modern iPhone on iOS 10 or 11. The setup is super easy. You open up the lid and bam, it'll pop up on your iPhone automatically asking if you want to pair them. Once you do, they'll always connect nearly instantaneously to your iDevice whenever you take them out of the case. Once I put them in my ear, they're typically already connected. It's like magic, and it's an experience that no other earbuds can replicate right now, with the exception of maybe some Beat headphones with similar capabilities. It's all because of something called a W1 chip that allows iOS and AirPods to pair seamlessly. What's crazy is that once they've paired with your iPhone initially, they'll be set up with all of your iCloud devices, whether that be an iPad, MacBook, or whatever. Convenience is key with AirPods, and that's going to be the focus for most if you buy them. But these are still earbuds, and so how do they sound? This is where people aren't going to necessarily be too happy. Let me start by saying if you consider yourself an audiophile, somebody who takes sound very seriously and legitimately needs high quality headphones, then yes, obviously the AirPods are not going to satisfy you. They're Bluetooth for one thing, and there aren't really many Bluetooth earbuds, if any, that'll be able to satisfy you anyways. But for the average user like me who just wants to watch Netflix with them or listen to music, they'll be absolutely amazing. I have no complaints. Audio never gets distorted, they get more than loud enough for me, and they do the job. They aren't noise canceling at all. That will vary person to person depending on the fit. Some people, will be able to hear less sound because it's bigger in their ear. But if you are looking for something to block out all, outside noise, then I would not get these. For the average Joe, AirPods are going to be more than good enough sound-wise. The AirPods themselves have no physical buttons on them, but they do have some touch ones that allow for some different commands like play, pause, Siri, next track, and previous track with just a double tap to the side of the earbud. You can choose which bud does what in Bluetooth settings, and it's a pretty decent way of doing things. I do wish there was a way to raise volume and lower volume, but there isn't at the moment, and so that kind of sucks. I mean, you can ask Siri to do it, but it's not the most convenient thing in the world. Also, a very cool feature I love is automatic ear detection. Essentially, if you pull an earbud out, it'll pause the audio, and when you put it back in, it'll start playing again. It's a really good way of doing things, and it makes it easy if somebody wants to talk to you or whatever. You can just pull a bud out and bam, you're good. Let's quickly talk about the fit. It's pretty simple with AirPods. As said before, they're just Apple earbuds with the cord cut off. Now, they are a little bit chunkier than regular earbuds to fit the battery and whatnot, but typically if earbuds fit you, then these will fit you as well. I actually haven't haven't been able to find earbuds more comfortable than Apple's EarPods, so these are literally perfect for me. But if earpods are too loose in your ears or even too big, then you're probably going to want to avoid AirPods, as they'll be the same thing. Battery-wise, AirPods might not sound great on paper, but in reality, they're probably one of the best when it comes to Bluetooth earbuds. They have 5 hours of listening time on one charge. Because of the battery case that you'll be bringing with yourself everywhere, you can charge it multiple times over, which should result in over 24 hours of total listening time. That's pretty darn good. In real use, I don't know if they're always going to last 5 hours, but typically I don't use them more than an hour or two at a time, so I just plop them into the case and they'll immediately start charging. I think they've died on me once in the 2 months that I've had them, and they didn't actually even die on me. They were just at 1 or 2%, so I figured, okay, I should probably just charge these up, so I did. I've had quite a few pairs of Bluetooth headphones in the past. I've had Bluetooth earbuds that were like 30 bucks and actually did pretty well, and I also had a pair of Bluetooth headphones that are also like 30 bucks, and I think for both of them the battery lives were quite a bit worse than AirPods. Let's cover the actual case quickly because it's kind of a big deal with AirPods. It has a magnetic lid, giving it a really premium feel whenever you use it, as it clicks open and clicks shut with ease. The case itself is pretty darn simple looking, and if I had to make a complaint about it, it would be how easily it scratches. I've done my best to be careful, but already the case is looking pretty darn beat up. And again, I've only had these for like 2 months now. Another problem with the AirPods case is how dirty it gets and how easily it gets dirty. Lint from your pocket will get in there very easily, and you probably will need to clean these at least once a month. I would consider maybe getting a case for your case. You can actually get like silicone cases and stuff that goes around it, and that might be the thing to do. It'll probably protect it from a lot of the dirt and lint and stuff that'll get in there. I'm probably going to get one at some point here as well. The case itself is plastic, and again, it does get scratched pretty easily, but it feels pretty good. Even though it's plastic, it's fairly premium feeling, which is nice. There's a lightning port on the bottom for charging, which is great. It's pretty simple to charge it, and in my experience, it actually charges pretty quickly. I kind of wish it was wireless charging, but Apple's actually releasing a wireless charging case pretty soon here. Not exactly sure when, but at some point. Opening up the case, you'll see 2 AirPods as well as a little light to indicate whether the case needs charged or is charging the AirPods. It's pretty basic, but it does the job. AirPods are held in magnetically, which makes it really easy to take them out and pop them back in, and once you do put them in, they'll automatically start being charged. And that's basically it for the case. It's probably best in class. Great battery life, it feels premium, and again, convenience is key with this thing. In real life use, the AirPods are amazing. It's way better than being wired in all the time. It's just a much better and easier experience. But it's also a costly experience, one that'll cost you $160 US. This is expensive to be sure, but I think you are getting what you pay for here. For wireless earbuds, this is not actually a bad deal, with alternatives like the Pixel Buds costing the same amount. The AirPods have been generally looked at as the best in wireless earbuds for a reason. They are. If you consider yourself to be a part of the Apple ecosystem or even just have an iPhone, these are the earbuds to get. Sure, they're expensive, but they do come with that 1-year warranty, and they hold up pretty well over a year later. There is a reason these things are always out of stock in stores. So to answer the question of whether or not you should buy AirPods in 2018, absolutely you should. They're great little devices, and the experience is something I can't recommend enough. But is Apple going to update the lineup this year? You wouldn't want to buy the current AirPods only to see them replaced a couple months later. And the answer to that is maybe. There are rumors saying that Apple could release new ones as early as late 2018, but honestly I don't think they're going to be worth waiting for. They'll probably have water resistance, and they should be able to support Hey Siri, something the current AirPods can't do, but other than those couple things, they won't be very different. So if you need a new pair of earbuds anyways and are an Apple user, AirPods are certainly the way to go. Well, I think that's it for this video. I love AirPods and I think you will too, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please consider leaving a like if you found this video helpful or interesting at all, and subscribe for more content just like this. Make sure you go follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, direct links in the description down below. And with that all being said, I'm Josh from 91 Tech, and I will see you all next time.